Well, hello, everybody. So today I'm interviewing my friend Karen here. She loves the vegan protein and also the digestive enzyme Terrazyme, and she's going to tell us why. She has quite the story, knows a lot about health and nutrition, and a lot of it came because, and as it is most often the case, because it was a need of hers. Just like when we talked to Sherry about the skincare, that she had a big flare up, she needed to find a solution. It's often the case we become more passionate about a certain product because it had a huge impact on our life. Um, so yeah, why don't you go ahead, Karen, and talk about how that came about, your love for the vegan protein. I have to say it's quite unusual to have the vegan protein as the favorite product.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me. Um, yeah, when we were talking, you said, what's your favorite product? And I have a lot of doTERRA products, but I really have been thinking over the last little bit, what is one of those things that I make sure is in my pantry all the time? And it really is the vegan protein. Um, Top reason is I had gotten into a car accident a few years ago. And anyone who knows me knows that I work out, like I've worked out my whole entire life. And at that time, after the accident, things kind of changed for me because I wasn't able to work out in the same way that I did before. So I remember one day sitting in the shower and literally just I had like a moment with myself where I just was down. I was like, how are you going to approach your health? Like I'm used to not eating until 2, 3 o'clock or PM sometimes in the day. That's how I've always been. Like I work out, or I eat and think I'm going to work it off. And I remember everyone saying, you have to eat breakfast. Breakfast is like the most important meal of the day. And then to top it all off, I don't eat meat. I don't eat any form of meat. So all this life-changing thing happened. I said to myself, you know what? You're going to um, eat the best way that you can nutritionally from this day forward. And I'm still in physio. I was doing physio. You're going to do your physio. You're going to do what you're going to do, and you're going to focus on your nutrition.
Mhm.
So um, it was just around the time when the vegan or the protein came out, and I was waiting. I was lucky enough that I was one of the first people to try the vegan protein, and I honestly have
Yeah, because
never
it was
looked
so
back.
popular that it went
It
out of
was
stock for a little
gone.
bit at the beginning.
Yes, it was like sold out, but I had confidence. I actually bought like a couple, and then that kind of began my journey because I never really ate in the mornings. And so I remember waking up. I don't know why. It's just this thing that from school, you just rush out the door, and then it just became this routine that I wouldn't eat until late in the day. And I had digestive problems. The biggest issue why I didn't eat is because I hated that bloated, like my stomach, I would have problems with my stomach. In fact, the whole reason why first I stopped eating red meat. Then that went down to um, not eating chicken, and then not eating fish, and then just cutting all these things out, not drinking milk, because I was trying to find a solution. Like, what is going on with my stomach? Like, I'm working out, I'm drinking my water. Like, why is my stomach? Went to the doctors a few times, nothing was working. So it's just this long journey of trying to figure out my gut health.
Hmm.
When I started to take the vegan protein, remember I don't drink milk. I haven't drank milk in years. I noticed the difference literally, and I know this sounds really strange. I noticed it immediately. My energy level. One of the things that I really like that with the vegan protein is it says it helps with your metabolism. And I found that to be true for myself. It helps with the bloating. In fact, I've done tests where I've gone a couple weeks where I don't take it. I'll do cycles just to see, okay, is this really what is
Yeah.
the difference in my life? And it really is, like, the bloating feeling completely gone. So then even when I do have my next meal, I sometimes I'll have two. Like, I'll do a shake in the morning and then I'll do a shake whatever time during the day. And I all my vitamins, my minerals, all those levels, because not eating meat as well, I went in about a month ago and I got all my blood work done. And believe it or not, my iron, everything is really, really great.
Nice.
My love for the vegan protein, then also because of the digestive benefits that I saw from this product, I then explored the Digestive, and the two of them together they've really made a huge difference in my stomach. Like, people actually have said, like, what are you doing different? I'm eating more now than ever before, but my stomach is it's just a whole new experience. I don't really I don't want to get too much into that type of nitty-gritty, but really it really, you notice a difference immediately.
Yeah.
Um
Have that bloating.
because one of the,
You
like,
said digest and the oil or the digestive enzyme, the Terrazyme.
I take the Terrazyme.
Okay.
And then sometimes if my stomach is really acting up and I'm out, I will rub that on. But I tend to travel all the time with the Terrazyme just because I know, like, it's a huge difference. So if I'm having, like, today, I went out and I had all you can eat. I know that's a heavier meal than my regular meal. So I will, instead of taking one or two, I'll take maybe three. Another tip is sometimes you could take it on an empty stomach. I take it on an empty stomach either first thing in the morning or late at night. And I don't have the same issues that I've had my whole entire life, like trying to eat just rabbit food
Wow.
to avoid that feeling. Because I think when you're someone that has like just digestive problems, it feels all like you're in pain. I was in pain a lot of the times. And
Mhm.
it wasn't that I wasn't eating because I wasn't hungry. Wasn't eating certain things because I was afraid to, because I knew there was going to be pain afterwards.
Yeah,
So
that's no fun.
like,
So
it's,
that's quite a big, life improvement right there.
well, yeah, not eating pretty much over half of your waking time, right? Like, if you're going to bed, like, say 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, but then on top of that, I was also working out for so many years and not taking any protein. And
So you
protein is
mentioned
one
your
of,
iron was good in recent blood work. Do you mean that it was not so good before?
no, it, I had, I was kind of chasing, I would go to the health food store. So before I started taking, um, I would be chasing, trying to get my iron levels up. I was really, really weak. There's times that I just felt faint, and you could tell from looking at me. Like, my hubby would say, "Oh, have you taken your iron?" Because you could see it
Right.
on, like, you could see it in my eyes that my iron levels were low. And just, I was shocked, actually. I was expecting. I remember the day I went in, because I got the requisition, and I remember I was like, oh, I don't know if I really want any of these results. Um, and then when they were read, I said, oh my gosh, like, that's interesting because
That's
I've
good
been
news.
feeling better. There's a difference between just when you're low, when your iron levels are low, and then on top of it, your stomach is just so much problems with your
Mm-hmm.
tummy, right? Like you're not functioning right, and then your energy level is also low. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a huge difference. And then just eat the fiber as well with the vegan protein that's in there. Very high, a lot of really great things, which then led me to, I love the nutrition line in and of itself,
Yeah.
period. Right.
Mm. Give
Uh,
you
I
reason.
I can speak for the vegan stuff, like doTERRA stuff, because that's what I use. And I absolutely love it. I've never had any issues um with any of the product. In fact, I would say it's because of the nutrition line, is why my like why I've upped my nutrition, in the sense of like I would just avoid not eating.
Right.
For
Yeah.
this, my fiber, I'm making sure I'm having my fiber, I'm making sure I'm having my greens, I'm making sure I have my protein, because it's so easy. I don't even get the blender out. I literally use an old glass container, old school, take my water, dump everything in there, I shake it up. And a tip is that whether you're doing your physio or you just come in from a walk or a run, you'll try to get your protein in about an hour, push in it 2 hours tops, outside of doing any kind of physical activity.
Okay.
And totally difference in my life.
Oh, it froze there. So for people maybe that don't usually use a protein powder,
Mhm.
why would you say that's important to up the protein intake?
I so for me, I feel that it's important because as we age, like yes, we will tend to I find we eat a lot of foods where with the protein powder, you're making sure that you get the required amount of protein in your diet daily, lean protein, right?
Right.
And then on top of it, if you're someone who's active, you need to make sure you get more of that. And then as you age, you do need that protein to make sure that your body is performing well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know I
'Cause
need to look into my protein intake when I don't use the shakes, because I'll enter it into the app and it breaks down your protein, your fats, and your carbs, and I'm like, hmm, protein is low again, because there's things that I think,
yeah.
oh, that's a lot of protein, but it's actually more fats, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, the vegan protein, so I take the vegan protein, and then my daughter, she takes just the regular doTERRA. She likes the chocolate one. The
Okay.
vegan protein is 21 grams of protein per scoop.
Okay.
And for me, I'm getting up there in age. And as you get older, actually, they recommend that your intake of protein increases,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And with the protein powder, this one, I can't speak for any, but with the doTERRA one, like I really can say like my metabolism, even though I had to really restructure everything
Yeah. You're working
because of
out
the
and
car
everything.
accident,
Mm-hmm.
I eat more now than I did before.
That's incredible.
And just self-presentation and like how you see yourself in the world, like it was a really big decision for me to say to myself, doesn't matter what the outcome, you just have to be healthy.
Yeah.
So then on the other side of it now, it's it's so huge for me because my life is better now
Yeah.
nutritionally, because I'm not starving myself. I'm not having to worry like about this horrible pain. Like if you're out there, honestly, like you know what I'm talking about, just that pain that just is, it just feels like someone's punching in your stomach just because of eating, something that we all have to do,
Yeah.
right? Um, like even just the way that like my body, like just I just love the protein.
That's
I
awesome. I
do.
am sold.
I do.
I'm going to order
I
more
really
protein as
do.
well.
Yeah. Oh, and another great thing, like total sugars hurt. Like there's the sugar,
Yeah.
because you know me and sugar, I'm like really sensitive to the taste of sugar. Like everything's like, oh, so sweet, can't, so sweet. There's no sugar.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's very easy to mix. That's why I just use the old school way, put it in a jar. Like you could pull out your, your Blendex or like whatever and do it that way. But I have a system where I'll start with my greens, shake it up, then my fiber, shake it up, then my protein last. And if you can always mix it up, doTERRA has like so many different recipes.
Yeah.
I want another one that I like is if I love peanut butter. It doesn't love me, so I can't really eat peanuts, but I can eat powdered peanuts. So
Okay.
I will take like powdered peanuts and I'll throw it in my shake. There's a peanut butter shake right there.
Nice.
And you can get cocoa, add peanut butter and chocolate shake. Like
Ooh.
so many different things that you can do with it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, that's so great. I know this is going to be helpful to lots of people. There's so many people, I mean, including myself, that live with like this discomfort in digestion that we're like, I don't know what it is and don't know what to do. Like there's just so many options. So that's definitely a good one to try. For the Terrazyme, what time of the day do you use it and how many a day?
Well, so for me, and remember, this is also because this has been like a life struggle for me. So when I wake up in the morning, first thing I do on an empty stomach is I will take one.
Okay.
And then with my meals, I will take 1 to 2. If I know I'm going to have like say you're going to a buffet and that you're going to be eating not your regular diet, you're eating more and you're out celebrating. I'll do sometimes 3 or 4,
Okay.
right? Uh,
And that helps
that
break down the food.
it does. It helps to. There is anyone's interested, if you do a search on YouTube, there's a couple wonderful ladies that also love doTERRA, and they do an oatmeal test with
Mm-hmm.
the Terrazyme, where they literally have 2 bowls of oatmeal, the exact same consistency, left overnight. And then to 1 bowl, they have the capsule that they open up and mix it in. And it looks like brand new, like they just made it. So it gives you a visual representation of what's happening within your own system.
Yeah.
And I can attest to that.
I have actually tried it. I've seen it done. I was like, oh, let me see. I
Yeah.
poured the Terrazyme on like hardened oatmeal and it became like mush again. It was
Yes.
totally breaking it down, but so fast, literally
Yes.
in a minute.
Hmm.
So that
Yeah.
really sold me on the Terrazyme. I'm like, okay, that's what it does in my body.
Mhm.
I need some of that to help with the digestion and the absorption of nutrients as well.
Yes, that's the other thing as well that's really good is the fact that your body's now able to take these nutrients and utilize them in a way that is best for you. And whatever movement happens, that's excess
Yeah, yeah,
instead of just sitting there and not doing anything. And I I find that this is more of an aid to your body opposed to other alternatives where it was almost like always this extreme. Like yes, you could do an alternative way of doing it, but it was like this extreme way where where I felt anyways, that I didn't feel better afterwards. I was chasing that equilibrium of just that ease of
Mhm.
movement.
Yeah.
I know what we're talking about. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
very
like
well
I
put.
love, well, even just for like for someone, you're thinking, okay, this bloating is happening in my stomach, and I haven't hardly eaten. Well, maybe you need some Terrazyme because that could be the issue, that you need that oatmeal stirred to just break it down.
Absolutely. It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
Oh my
but those two, like, wonderful, like, I could go on because I really do. The nutrition stuff is really big for me and it has made like a huge difference. Like, even like, you notice my nails, right? When you're talking about the Terrazyme, and just the fact that your body's now able to utilize these
God.
nutrition. I notice a difference in my nails. Mind you, I'm on the vegan um
Lifelong vitality.
vitamins. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the
Yes.
lifeline vitality. But I think all of these in conjunction has made like this big difference for me, especially because I don't eat meat, right? Like, my hair is thick. I'm not losing out.
Yeah.
It's not been a detriment. It's these things have added to my life,
Mm-hmm.
the lifestyle that I've chosen for myself, right? They really have made a huge difference. And that's why, like, I was so surprised. Like, I never would have thought to take protein before. And I'm so happy that I chose to try the protein. And then when I listened to a few other ladies talking about the Terrazyme, it's completely changed my life. These are two, like, I tell people as soon as they're like, oh, my stomach, oh, have you tried? Have you tried?
Yeah. And you have
Yeah.
it right there in your purse.
Yes, I do.
That's awesome. Oh wow. Thank you so much for sharing this, and thank you for your time. I'm inspired, honestly. I'm like, I'm gonna go click and start the vegan protein, because I've ordered the chocolate one just because I'm a chocolate girl.
Mhm.
But that one doesn't agree as well with me, so definitely we'll
Mhm.
go to the vegan again and see how that feels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, thank you for having me. And I would say, just because, sometimes with the regular protein, maybe it doesn't agree. Maybe try the vegan one,
Yeah.
and who knows, maybe they'll make a chocolate one. But
Yeah.
you can
And
always,
just add cocoa,
yeah,
right?
exactly. That's what I do. Just have my cocoa powder,
And
and then just
butter
make it
powder.
your own.
Yeah.
Literally, just make it your own. But if it was a choice for me to just not, and even just trying something, just try to increase your protein daily.
Hmm.
It does make a big, huge difference, especially like for everyone as well. Um, for women as well, you have to make sure your protein intake is up there,
Yeah.
uh, just in general.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a
Okay,
good
have a
rest
great
of your
day.
day.